name is Nitro. And like I said, he's friendly. He's not aggressive for people.
Yeah.
He just gets very, very obsessed with specific things. It is like a play mode, but it gets very escalated. And what happened with the bite was, in the play yard, and he was playing fetch, and then he had his arm up like this, and he was trying to get to the chucket, but he got him right here.
Yeah.
But it was, 2 sets of stitches, and it was a good deep bite. So our concern is, he's going to be hard to manage here. But beyond that, if we do find a home for him, how serious is that for somebody? And both like in their home, but also like let's say they take him to the park and somebody's playing with their dog with a chucket, like what's he gonna do? That type of stuff that worries us a little bit because he's a nice dog, but he just does things with his mouth that he just doesn't.
Yeah. So to me, like with what I've heard so far, I look at dogs and we have to understand that the things that we do are teaching them how to deal with life, enhancing their skills, and so if I see a dog that wants to be controlling, dominant, that has a problem using its mouth, why am I going to be doing activities that say this? Now, what we have to do is we have to make him feel like when he sees that chucket stick, when he sees that ball, when he sees that toy, that it is dangerous to go get involved in that. We have to get him to feel that emotion when he sees that action, that thing take place. So when he starts seeing it, he starts going, you know what? That's not for me. And then we can't be playing with him. See, people get dogs like, especially these bigger dogs, and they want to be rough. And so he learns to challenge people, wants to control things. And that's what the message sounded like, is he's being controlling.
And he's pretty much uninterested once you give up. Like if he grabs your leash and you hold on to it, then it's a game of tug of war. If you let go, he's like
and that's where he probably learned it from. Do you know his background? Is that kind of the history?
I don't know much about his home. It's kind of a weird situation. He was at the mattress shelter on a bite hold for a supposed dog fight between him and his owner's parents' dog. And we didn't know any of this until after the fact. But he had to leave Jefferson County, so he went and got him after the 10 days. But he couldn't keep him because he was living with them, I presume. And he made it sound like to us that it was the other dog that started it.
So this dog just bites on everything, and so wants to play tug. I'm going to let him have it for now. Not looking at challenging him too much. We see the body moving with the tail, so we know that it's not like super intense stuff. It can change.
Yeah, it's not like I said. It doesn't come with like any type of mean edge to it. It's just, and this is like compared to how he gets like with playing fetch with the neighbors.
Hey.
But yeah, they're like that.
Thanks. Hey. So what I'm doing is I'm getting in his mind before I start doing what I need to do. So that I know that it's going to be more effective, most likely. Because it's going to be too dangerous to try to have this, and then if he doesn't stop, what if he tries to go back at me?
Right.
So that's why I back tied him.
Yeah.
So that if he did lunge, I'm not going to be like spinning around trying to like keep the alligator calm.
Yeah, exactly.
And so then what I start looking at doing is so he wants to go back in. Totally, I'm gonna let him do that. He's looking for safety. That's how I want him to feel when he sees this. I'd much rather him look like he's been, like, people will be like, oh, he's beat. No, he's being submissive.
Yeah.
I'd much rather him be dramatic and be like, oh my God. And then let people know, just don't worry about it, don't feed into it, and he'll relax.
Right.
He'll start to get over, it won't be so dramatic anymore. And then we're just gonna look at anytime he goes into, oh, I wanna do it, we're gonna let him know, remember, I don't like that. And it makes it so simple. It just, we get to focus on his issue, and then other than that, we get to have a wonderful time, as long as we're aware that of what we're doing, so that it doesn't feed into his problems. And so I let him go in. I'm gonna open this back up. See the demeanor change. He's so much more respectful, thoughtful. So now I'm gonna just secure him to the inside of this one. I can get it. Okay. So now I pick up the muzzle this time. The same thing that he was having a hard time biting. So this is now something that I didn't even I didn't dominate him on. He's associating now things that are in my hands with, don't mess with me, don't challenge me. And then I address him and I say, don't challenge me, and I should never ask him to challenge me ever again in his life. If he challenges me, I dominate and I discipline him so that he remembers, don't you step up to me, so that it puts me in a place that if he does get out of line, he'll listen to me because he'll respect me. And that's what people don't get, is they're thinking I'm being mean. No, I'm trying to get him to have a wonderful life so he can do what he wants to do. And I just know that if I come and something's dangerous for him or another, I can stop it. And so if we can get people to see things a little bit differently, and this is why I'm filming, so maybe we can put it together and we can show a journey that might open some minds just a little bit. We don't need all the way. We just need a little bit of more openness so that people at least can respect what we're doing and not interfere with the process. If they don't want to follow it, they just can admire it from a distance or be a part of the process in a different way. You know, being that person that's walking by with the other dog, being the overexcited guest that comes in. Like, we should be preparing dogs for real life situations, and every day should be a role play of, what if someone comes in like this? What if we let dogs run through? Like, I'm working, that's how I would run this place. I would be focusing on getting all the dogs together, focusing on them learning good skills so that they could all be together. And when people come, it's like, yeah, so this dog's like this, you know, it takes a person that understands that you're gonna have to be a little bit more forward with this type of dog, because that's who they are. They're more opinionated. This type of dog you're gonna have to be really patient with, because they're really overwhelmed by the environment and are a little bit more shy, and that's how they're gonna be for the rest of their life. And so this is part of the strategy, I think, is let's just start with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just have a cool dude now. Still wants to be with me. Still happy. You know, we're just working on not being so mouthy. That's it. Don't challenge me. Don't be pushy. I don't like it. We'll just have this stuff.
Holy crap!
Go.
What am I gonna do with
We're
it?
just gonna walk in with the chucking stick. I just want to make sure that he's not gonna get riled up with you. He's back tied, so he's not gonna.
Oh.
Yeah, he's tied.
I'm like,
Sorry, I'm short-handed today.
Come and just say, oh shit.
yeah, no, I'm okay with
Like
that.
this.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hi. Hi. Right.
And so
What do you think?
So
huh?
with him, we know, like, okay, he has excitement issues. He can get excited really quick.
What's
So this
that?
is where we want to make sure that we're actually preparing him for life and knowing how to regulate himself with people that might be trying to get him excited, and realizing that you have to regulate yourself and you can't get to certain levels. And if that becomes a problem for you, then walk away. Move away from it. Just stop.
So the excitement isn't necessarily the jumping. The excitement is the person, come on, buddy, you want to go, you want to go?
He is used to, he's learned that people are challenging him. When we play tug, when we roughhouse, when we're doing this stuff, he's looking at as another dog. I'm going to challenge you. Let's figure out who's more dominant.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's learned to bite down. He's learned to bite down because of games and toys. So he thinks that this is how you interact. And so if another dog, like the history we know, the other dog potentially says he doesn't like something, he could fight him back because he's learned to challenge. Don't back down. Competition is your life. And so we need to be teaching him that when you see balls being thrown, toys, squeaks, stay away from it. Don't get involved in it. Don't put your mouth on it. That's what I would be teaching this dog, so that he thinks it's dangerous to do those things. And that's why I wanted to see what happens when you come out with it. I'm here, so he could still be doing it because of me, where he thinks, oh, I'm not going to do that because you don't like it. But I want to get it to where he starts seeing it as a general rule. I teach my dogs. With him,
He's not even interested.
so with him, he's a physically dominant dog, and that's why when you do stuff that's physical, he challenges you back. So what I did was something mental. So I took these dog bowls and I just banged them together when he got into that mode, and then he rolled over like a submissive little puppy and relaxed. And so I'm gonna do something mental to him, so loud noises.
Yeah.